Hey everybody, it's Terry over here at Hidden Hollow, coming to you live for the time being. It won't be a live video, but I'm alive right now and well, and it's going to be a busy day. There's my dog, there's Bug, Tank is cooling off underneath the truck, and what we have going on here today is we are doing a white dove release at a friend's funeral. This is going to be kind of tough. It's not the easiest thing to do. When I started with the white homing pigeons, my biggest idea was to do funerals and weddings and special events. And so far, I haven't really advertised or anything like that, and the only release I've done up till today was my own wedding, which turned out really well. I know you guys have seen, if you watch my videos, you've seen the videos where I was working on Dave's loft. And my buddy Dave had cancer and he was not doing real well. And I will tell you, it was kind of a shock to me recently when he passed away right after we got his loft done. Right after we put his birds in the loft. Right after he was saying, tomorrow I'm going to fly my birds and start training them. And he was really looking forward to it. The whole pigeon racing thing, I believe, is what kept him going there for a while. And I did my best to help him get things together with the building of the loft, the building of feeders, building perches, hanging the perches. I built an aviary at his house so his birds could come and go. I even built a trap bob. It was okay. It wasn't the greatest thing, but it worked. I really was trying to help Dave because I knew I knew he was sick, but I didn't know how bad. And you know how guys are, they have a lot of pride. Excuse me. They have a lot of pride. Dave wouldn't tell me. So like I said, when I found out that he had died after he'd been in a 3-week stint in the hospital, when he got out, I kind of thought, good. Now we can get his strength up. Now he can start chemo because he'd already been in remission once before. I didn't know that, the cancer had came back and spread all through him. It got all into his lungs. It was in his stomach. It took him out within a matter of weeks. So here I am texting him saying, hey Dave, I went to the club. I picked up some birds for us. The club was giving me and him birds. And I was doing the running. I was doing the taking care of until he was out of the hospital, until he could take care of the birds. He's like, yeah, man, we'll split them up. Just bring me 5 or 6. That's all I need, because he has well over maybe 35 flyers, about 10 or 15 breeding pairs, not breeding pairs, maybe breeders. And it was really sad because we were so close. That was, I believe, Dave's ambition. He was really looking forward to it, and at least he got to see the finished product, being with the loft being done and the birds were in it all ready to go. So what I got going on today is that his dad apparently had raced with Cumberland Valley Racing back in the day, and he was a kid and he went with his dad. And after me and him had met on Craigslist over some turkeys, we turned out he had roller pigeons and I had roller pigeons. He had black and white bellheads, and I had a really pretty red and white cock that he fell in love with, and I let him have it. And after a while, he had wound up getting rid of the rollers and gave me back the red and white cock, so it's still here. But Dave wanted to get into racing pigeons, and so he talked me into it, and we started doing it together. Everything from building the loft to getting the birds. We had planned to practice to, train the birds together. We were going to race them back and forth to our house, maybe 4 or 5 miles away. They were little things we were going to do. So it turned out we had a love for pigeons. He had chickens and ducks and guineas and turkeys, and I have stuff like that too. And it turned out we had the same birthday, just a different year. We were both born on June 1st. I thought that was crazy. I didn't even know that until I was reading the obituary sheet at his viewing the other night. I talked to his father. I talked to his wife, and I said, look, I would really love to do a white pigeon release in honor of Dave. And they all thought that Dave would really love it. And I'm glad, because it means a lot to me. I don't have a whole lot of friends here in West Virginia. I have, there's some good people at my church that I spend a lot of time with, mostly on Sundays. But me and Dave were buddies, and I was really looking forward to spending time and doing things with him. So now it's really a big loss for me. It's even a bigger loss for his family. Even like on my Facebook page and even here on YouTube, a lot of people are like sending me prayers and telling me that they're sorry for my loss and all this other stuff. Well, I'm sorry too, and I pray a lot also, but mostly for Dave's family. It's got to be a really big loss when you lose the head of household. You lose the man that's been raising these kids and loved his grandkids just as well. He was a really big family man. I thought Dave was a great guy. Then I met a bunch of people at his viewing that thought the same thing. I didn't know them. Me and Dave, I guarantee 99% of the people didn't know who I was or that, what me and Dave had going on. But after I talked to his dad was like, okay, I know who you are now. Because I'm sure David brought me up. His wife told me that Dave thought a lot of me, and that means a lot to me. It's good when people like you, So today I'm taking, in this box, I'm taking one bird for each of his family members. His wife, there's 3 kids, there's a daughter-in-law, and there's 2 grandkids. So I'll be taking those pigeons, one for each of them in this loft. This other one over here is going to carry the pigeon I'm putting up in honor of Dave. One for the Father, one for the Son, and one for the Holy Spirit. I'll probably have his kids hold these birds and release them. And then all at once I'll release all the others after that. Hopefully they'll get together before anyone gets real sporadic. I really want my birds to come back. I've been training them, but not out that far, but maybe a mile away from that place. And we're going to see what they got today. If they don't come home, well, it was worth the loss. But I'm really hoping my birds come home. So what I'm going to do today is this short video right here. And then after this, my wife will be videotaping the actual release. I've got some things written down that I'm going to say. I got some things I want to say myself. I've got a poem I'm going to read. And then I'm going to release the birds. I'm a little nervous being in front of all these people and doing this, but I couldn't see it any other way. There's nothing wrong with being a little nervous. You just don't give up, I would have never thought that my first funeral release would be for one of my best friends. Cancer sucks, doesn't it? Anyway, I got a lot going on. I've been working in the shop today. I actually took off work today so I could get some things done, so I could get prepared for this. And we're going to get it done today. So this is my setup. What I'll do is I'll have them turned around so everybody can see the birds and everything. And when I get ready to release, I'll turn the boxes back around and I will release the birds. It's a beautiful day today. Yesterday it was pouring rain, and I was really worried that it was going to be like that today because I did not want nothing to stop this. But the sky is blue. Very little cloud cover. And I'm really looking forward to doing this. I'm sure y'all have had losses that meant the world to you too. I guess we're going to see how it goes. Like I said, he's still got birds at his house. I'm not sure what's going to happen to them yet. Like I said, I gave him some breeder pairs, and like I said, a lot of materials I had made for him and a lot of things that really helped his loft. It really sucks that we never got to use it. But I think Dave at least went knowing that he had the hope, knowing that everything was done and all he had to do was come home and open that aviary, let them birds fly, and he had it going on. And I believe that up until the last moment, he had that in his head. That was his driving force. I'm sure his family was his driving force too, but we all have hobbies that are just a little bit aside from everything else. So my wife's making a couple things special in the house, and like I said, I had written some things down. I got a book with some stuff in it. I'm going to load all this stuff up and go in here and get the birds that I'm going to be using today. They've already been trained out that far. I'm going to take a really good group of my best flyers. After I get home today, all my white birds are going to go into my back breeding loft. All my racing birds are going to come forward, and with the help of Adrian P, with the help of John over there at Hands Flight Kit Box, with the help of Danny on the Go Loft, Peter Rahman at 5 and Dime Loft. These are guys I watch. These are good guys, and these guys know what they're doing. And I'm learning. This is my first year racing, and young bird season starts in September. And I'm not going to lie, I want to be prepared. I want to race birds for Dave. Anyway, this is me over here at Hidden Hollow Loft. Don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you feel like you have to do. Prayers for Dave and his family today, because that's what it's all about. Hey, tell your friends. If there's anything I do on here, you know, that is interesting, if you have any questions, hit me up. And if I don't know, I'll put you with somebody that does. Can't wait to fill these boxes up. Y'all have a blessed day.